Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the San Diego Comic-Con 2019 exclusive version of the Star Wars Black Series action figure of the Sith Trooper that my buddy picked up for me when he was at San Diego Comic-Con. Here's just a closer look at the packaging, just so you can see some of the details on it. The packaging does slide open from the top here. Let's go a little wider. There we go. And here's just a look at the back side of that. And the little panels here on the back side do open up to show the weapons that he comes with. So that's a fun little display. Besides the fancy packaging, this release includes these 5 accessories, 3 of which I believe will not be part of the regular release. In fact, at D23 they just released the regular Black Series packaging version of this figure, and it included this blaster and this blaster. Taking a closer look at this blaster, it looks like, to me, the Alien's pulse rifle, so I really dig that. I like the silver paint on it and the fun design. Separation between black and red on all these is pretty good. They both include this little notch right here that plugs into a hole on the side of the Sith Trooper's leg. I'll get to that in a moment. Next we have this little stabby weapon. I just think it's fun looking. I like the little holes inside of the blade. And we have the claw, and this is fun. It can kind of rest like that or go wide open. Here's a wider look at that, and yeah, and it can close up to about right there. I also like the fact that it includes a little bit of red paint right on the claw there, so that's fun. Lastly, we have this big old cannon, which to me looks like it looks like it would plug on like a tripod type thing, but it's just on its own. But it's huge and it's fun, and yeah, I gotta wonder how much of these are actually going to be featured in the movie, The Rise of the Skywalker, because I read somewhere, like one of the press blurbs, that these are Sith Trooper inspired weapons, and I go, well, inspired, does that mean these actually don't feature in the movie and they just sort of made them up or painted them red for this figure? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out when the movie comes out. Now, as for the Sith Trooper itself, I gotta say, it looks really cool. I mean, it is one sexy looking bastard. Regular white Stormtroopers, that's cool, but this red textured one, and I mean specifically textured, is so cool looking. The armor on a lot of Stormtroopers can be really smooth, but this has a lot of groove line stuff going along the chest, along the helmet, and I really dig it. All along the arm plates there, you can see how it here, I'll take this out of his hand. It zigs one way, and with these lines here, and then it zags the other way, so that's fun. Also some pretty good articulation on this, some newer articulation. We do have the standard Black Series hinge swiveling ankles, double knee joint, thigh swivel right at the where the armor meets the black part of the thigh. There is no waist cut, but there is a mid-torso cut, ball joint or a swivel. Pretty good hinge at the elbow. Right wrist hinges forward and back, left hinges side to side. But what's fun is the shoulders. The shoulder plates, the little red ones, are a little soft, so it stops there, but you could kind of bend it and get into a T-pose. It just sort of pops out a bit, sort of flares out. But here's what's fun about it. The shoulders, aside from going up and down, have a forward and back shoulder hinge. So I think that's flippin' awesome. Really dig that they included that with the Black Series. As far as I can tell, that's pretty new. The head appears to be a swivel only, and if it's not, it's just a really tight ball joint. But all I can really get it to do is that. Like, if you bring it forward, it kind of comes right back, can't really tilt up, and I can't tell there's a ball in there. Every time I try to tilt the head, it just snaps back into that position. But the detail on the helmet here, like if you look at the red on the like the sculpted areas, let's see how close I can get. Just look at those ridge lines. All those little ridges are really fun. I also like the black paint along the bottom border of the helmet. I think that's really cool looking. All the little black bits on this are pretty well done. There's some little tiny ones all over it, and I really dig them, but I really like the details within the sculpt. All these little ridged lines, and I feel like I've said ridge lines a few times in this review, but all those ridge lines look really damn cool. This gun is huge. I think it's too huge. In fact, the way the thing fits into his hand, like it can be gripped in the hand. However, you can't get the wrist to move over to the left enough to get into a position where he would look natural holding it. It is neat that there is this little swivel handle here, so he can, in theory, like reach over and grab it. I just don't want it to be at this limited angle. I'm not thrilled with how this turned out. However, the other blasters did turn out pretty good and look pretty nifty in hand. It fits right into the hand perfectly with the index finger lining up just right. So I dig that. And then here's just an example of putting the blaster into the side piece there. So that's fun. This whole figure, super duper fun. I mean, I'm biased because I really like Trooper figures, and I just think this looks cool as hell. But yeah, there's my review. It looks cool as hell. Can't wait to see this in action in episode 9. But until then, I'm just going to check this figure out and go, hey, that figure, it's cool. Glad I have it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you want, you can follow me on the social medias. I'll put up the links right now.